Well, here we are at Little Bookcliffs Wild Horse area.
And we finally made it.
Here's a picture of the sign
And
and kind of an overview of the area.
the horses are typically straight back behind us. We're gonna hike up there a little bit.
Yeah.
Step right down here, Terry. They actually have a public restroom.
Yeah, there's a bathroom
which
here,
is
so.
kind of handy out
Yeah,
here.
there's nothing else out here.
Yeah, there's nothing else out here, but it's just kind of wild. And
Okay,
so,
well, we're going to start up the trail, and we'll see you in a little bit.
hi, this is Rich again. We've come across about probably 4 of these washes on the way up here. They're just dry as a bone. And so I thought I'd show some of this scenery right around here. It's beautiful. And, its own way, some people like the pine trees in the forest, some people like the palm trees by the ocean, but it's all has its own beauty, I think. So anyway, we're heading up the little hill here and go up this way. And there's a lot of different paths, and a lot of times there'll be people bringing their own horses and riding them up here. And geez, it's you gotta watch. Come on. Oh my God, Terry. You're doing fine. Just, you want a hand? Here, let me take your hand. Here, take my hand. Okay. Got her up over that. So anyway, parts of it's a little bit rough, but no big deal. And anyway, we got to go on up here just a little ways, and then it drops over the edge up at the top there, and then that's where you normally see the horses, although they have been down right where we're at many a times. They go where they want to go, and I'm just hoping that they're there. You never know until you come check, and part of the checking's doing this climb, so it's just part of it. So anyway, we haven't been doing a whole lot of hiking and stuff like that, because for about 2.5 years I was completely laid up. I busted my heel completely through in 3 places, traced my ankle, traced my foot, busted a toe on my other foot, and had half my big toe amputated. So therefore I wasn't doing a whole lot of hiking around. And of course Terry was taking care of me. But as you can see, now I'm doing pretty good. So we're back up and about. Maybe a little slower, but oh well, it don't matter. We're still going. So anyway, Terry's certainly glad of that, because she don't have to take care of me with wheelchairs, walkers, crutches, canes, and everything else. And I'm pretty good with that too, because there's a big pain in the neck. But anyway, we got through it all. So some of the times through here, you actually got to worry about rattlesnakes and stuff. They're not so prevalent right now. So yeah, Terry needs a little bit of a break here. I have a tendency to go out a little faster than she does. Say hi, honey. Hi. And so anyway, we stop every now and again. If you look straight over Terry's head, way back on the Mesa there, you'll probably be able to see a few of the leaves, just barely. We was up there a couple days ago, drove all over up there. There's actually over 200 lakes of all different sizes, big, small, in between. And so anyway, we had a great time. Then we dropped down over the hill in the Cedar Ridge. They was having an apple fest. That was pretty neat. And we'll also show some of that. And that was pretty neat as well. So there's actually a lot to do around here, and a lot of it really doesn't cost that much, if anything, if you just go do it. And now that we can go do it, we're gonna get back into doing it again. So anyway, as soon as Terry gets rested up a little bit, we'll head on up here and see a little more. So anyway, I'm gonna shut it off for a minute here and let her rest up a little bit, and then we'll pick it on up. So anyway, this is Rich keeping it real, and that's Terry. Bye. Okay, I'm back. Terry's up, and we're heading up the path here, and it does get a little bit steep, and you got these rocks sticking out all over. You need to be careful, and so anyway, here we go. So it's, as you just tell right there, it's easy to slip on this. Yeah, I'm holding. And but we don't have very much farther to go. So I kind of understand why people have horses. Bring them, let the horses bring them up, because outside of walking, I don't know, I guess there are some people that could ride a dirt bike up here, but it'd have to be pretty much a special dirt bike, and you have to be really good at it. That's even if they allow you to have them up here. I'm not actually sure if they would, but I've done a lot of dirt bike riding in my past, but I don't know that I want to ride up to this anyway. It's pretty crazy in places. Here comes Terry up to this crevice here. It's okay, I'm gonna stop here, Terry, and let you grab a hold. Okay, well, this is nuts. I'm trying to film while I'm doing this. Sorry about that, everybody. But this is, talk about keeping it real. Yeah, this is real. We're hiking up this hillside, and you can look and see where we just come up through. It gets pretty steep pretty fast. So, and now we got this little part up here. And, one thing I'll say right now, we are going to get a hand grip thing that also makes into a telescope, tripod rather, and so it'll make it a little better. If you see the rock sticking out right up there, that's the top. And we get up that, and then we'll be able to look down on the other side and hopefully see the wild horses. It's really awesome to see them. So if we don't get to see them now, we will come back. It's not too far from where we live. It's just that when you're not used to this climb, it's just steep enough to get your attention. And it's not hot out today, thank God for that. But it's not cold out either. So anyway, we're panting and puffing a little bit. Apologize for that as well. But like I said, this is this is real, you know. So it is what it is, and hopefully it doesn't bother you too much. I guess maybe we're not in as good shape as we could be, but it's actually somewhat rugged up here. So, but it's beautiful in its own way too, especially with a sky like it is today. Sky is incredible. So, anyway, you gonna take another little break, Terry?
Yeah, I have to. I don't know if I can make it this trip.
Oh, we'll just take it a step at a time and you'll make it. So don't worry about it. I'm not gonna kill you off. 'Cause at this point in time, I'm not sure I could kill you down. So, anyway, we'll go a few feet, stop, go a few feet, stop. It don't matter, we're in no hurry. So anyway, I'm gonna shut it off for a minute. Terry needs a little break, and then we'll go from there. Well, here we go. Terry got a break, and now she's thundering up the hill here. And I thought she was going to stop at that rock right beside her, but she's just buzzing right on past it. And so all we got is another 20, 30 foot, something like that. So no real big deal. And then the hard climbing will be over, unless you decide to go down to the bottom of the canyon. And I'm pretty certain she ain't going to want to do that. So I probably don't either. So anyway, be careful there. Anyway, I guess, to be honest with you, some of you won't want to hear this, and I hope you don't not subscribe on account of it, but hey, I am who and what I am, and yeah, I smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke anything else, but I do that, and that doesn't help when you're climbing up here. Terry does as well, and you know, I guess that 71, if I was smart, I would stop, but apparently I'm not that smart. Down in front of you, from way up to the left there, way down to the right, anywhere up here we can see the horses. But if they're over on the other hill, that's actually quite a little ways, and they could be hard to see. So anyway, I was gonna bring my viewer. It's in the car, and of course I forgot it. So anyway, we'll just have to rely on the old tired eyeballs. But generally, if they're out there, if you hold still and look real careful, you can see them, and then you can focus in. But they can be out there, and even with a viewer, hard to pick up unless they move. If they move, it's a little better. But yeah, it's a lot farther across there than you think it is. But we've hiked down there before, but that was when we were hiking a little more often. And this is our first, I guess you can say, little hiking outing since we recovered. Terry also had, after got me healed up, she had a problem with her foot. Tell them about Terry.
Yeah, my toe turned purple.
Well, let me back up 1 second. She woke up in the morning, and we both did. And anyway, her foot was hurting. And I thought she'd got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom or something like that, stubbed her toe or something. Well, that's the intro to what actually transpired.
Yeah, my toe turned purple, then black. So to make a long story short, I had some blockage up by my hip, so they had to repair that. And once they did, everything was okay.
Then put stent in her up by her hip because her little toe had turned. It looked like the black of gangrene. It scared the heck out of us.
Yeah.
And you know, especially after what I'd went through, I'd had all kinds of infections, stuff like that. We know how fast it could travel, and we had no idea. I took her to the emergency room when it first happened. They thought she broke her toe.
Yeah,
Well, they
was
was absolutely sure because of the way it looked, and but it wasn't. There was nothing wrong with her toe. Long story short, it was the blockage in her
no blood.
main vein going down to her feet. And so anyway, surprise, surprise, but she had a really great doctor, and he took care of it.
Yes,
and now she's all pretty much back to normal. And hello, you could join us. And anyway, after she come back around and everything like that, there, the doctor felt her foot and took her pulse and everything like that there, and just so he did such a good job, I guess. Oh, what I'm trying to say is her blood circulation in her left foot is now better than her right foot.
Yeah.
And there wasn't anything wrong with the right foot. It was good, but the left foot's so much better. It's pathetic, and praise the Lord for that. So anyway, this is the first that we've really done because, yeah, for a while there we've sort of stayed close to home because, you know, we was a little scared to venture out too much. So anyway, we're gonna move on here and see if we can find them horses, if they're even here. Well, they could be around here, behind a tree, a bush, or a rock, or something like that. You don't even see them. Sometimes you have to just study everything really, really carefully to even be able to see them when they're right there. So I'm going to shut it off for a little bit, but basically this is I'm going to pan across here real slowly. This here is a big, big, vast area, and they could be anywhere. And now I'm back to the left, and you see that it just kind of goes away, and then there's a big hill behind it. They could very well be all back in there. You just don't know. And but they like to hang out here somewhat frequent. So if we don't get lucky now, we'll come back and we'll do it again. So anyway, this is Rich and Terry from and
Keeping it real.
Yeah, keeping it real, and we'll be back in a short. A lizard down here. I lost him, but if I see him, I'll point him out. So anyway, they're all over up here. They'll be about 3 inches long, but he saw me and he took off. So anyway, it was really peaceful and quiet up here too. So far, no sign of the horses, but that don't mean that anytime they won't show up from anywhere, literally. So all you can do is keep our fingers crossed, I guess, and see how it goes. So anyway, this is another update. I haven't seen him yet, but we're still trying. I've been hiking around a lot. So they're pretty elusive. They don't want to be around people because they don't want to be caught. I don't blame them. So anyhow, I'm going to shut this off for a little bit and look around a little bit more. Okay, this is Rich. Keeping it real for now. Bye. Excuse me. Well, here we go. We're Terry's right ahead of me. I was talking to another lady up here. She's a nice lady, and she's looking for the horses too, but she didn't see them either. So anyway, we're heading back down. Terry's a little bit ahead of me, and she got a nice rest back there in the shade, so she's roaring to go. So anyway, we're going to see if maybe we get lucky down below, because you don't know which direction they're coming from or when. So anyway, we'll just see how it goes. Anyway, we're going to head back down over these. Well, it's through the cliffs. We're not going over the cliffs. But this here is actually, in a lot of ways, worse than coming up, because you got to worry about slipping. So hopefully neither one of us do, but I guess if so, we'll only roll so far till we stop. So see how that goes. So anyhow, of course, neither of us brought our hiking boots or anything. We just got our slick tennis shoes on. That was great, but it is what it is. It was a spur of the moment deal. I told Terry, I said, let's go see if the horses are up there. And so grabbed a couple things, and here we are. So anyway, as Terry's doing a dance. Funny, she says. So anyway, I was itching to do another video anyway, and it seemed like a good excuse. I was really hoping the horses would be out, but they will be later. I think they're on up around the bend there. There's probably a pond or a lake or stream up there, I don't know, but as you saw in the video here, everything's pretty much dried up. It's been a hot, dry summer, and hardly any rain whatsoever. And so yeah, the horses a bit up here, and but they're up and down, in and out all the time. So you doing okay, hon?
Yeah.
So anyway, what a beautiful day though. And I'll tell you what, if you're into rock climbing, over to the right there, that would probably satisfy your want for adventure. That's some pretty steep, tall cliffs right there. So, but they're all over around here. Okay, here's where it starts getting a little bit more interesting. This is not a place you want to slip. So, see how it goes. Give Terry a hand here.
Let me get my bearings so I don't topple you.
No. Well, I guess at least you have a little bit more of a soft landing if you fall on me. So,
No.
It's hard to believe. You see how skinny this is here. It's hard to believe that horses come up and down this all the time, but they do. And you know,
That's not much of a path, y'all.
no, that's not much of a path at all, but it works. I guess a lot better than going straight up over the edge there.
Oh, yeah.
But they've been doing it for years upon years upon years, and so
This place has been here forever.
it's not that bad. You just gotta take it easy. But anyhow, look at that sky up there. Isn't that a beautiful sky? It's incredible.
It's really blue today.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. What we ought to do is we ought to take a ride up on the Mesa again. And we're going to be doing another video up there on the Mesa. There's, oh my God, there's some beautiful lakes up there. Like I said before, large and small alike. But they do a lot of snowmobiling up there. There's a ski lodge called Powderhorn up there. And a lot of people cross-country ski up there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a skier, not by choice anyway. I've done a little skiing, but it was kind of by accident. So anyway, I tried it when I was a kid. Did not do well. And of course I had some old Army skis that you just strap onto your boots. No poles. Didn't have a clue of what I was doing. I was probably about 7 years old. The skis were, I think, about 9-10 foot long. And I went for a ride on a reading that I probably won't ever forget. And I did try it later on when I got older, but I don't know. I got frostbite when I was about, somewhere between 1 and 3 years old. Hands, feet, and ears are frostbite really, really bad. Family reunion, so my left door open, and I guess my adventurism started back then. Well, they found me about 12, 15 foot from the door in this tunnel, because there was about 4 foot of snow standing level, and I'd been there long enough where I was blue, and that was before Smurfs. And so anyway, they didn't really think I ought to be blue, and they got me warmed back up, but I ended up with frostbite, hands, feet, and ears. And so therefore I'm not that crazy about snow and winter in the first place. So anyway, I'll leave the skiing to somebody else. So, but there's plenty of other things to do besides ski. So anyhow, so much for that. Terry, she just don't want to ski. So our sons, 2 of them at least, they like to ski. Our oldest one, he don't want no part of it. But I don't blame him, because I guess it could be fun, but it just doesn't seem very fun to me. The other things I'd much rather do. So down, down, down we go. We were up there.
Yeah, coming down's easy, guys.
Winding our way back down. Yeah, it's a piece.
Not going up.
Coming down, it's a piece of cake. So anyhow, we'll as we go, we'll give you some tips about this and that. One thing, we couple of them. I hope it don't make you too hungry. It's going to make me hungry, I know. We started getting this crab salad at Wally World. Walmart, I call it Wally World. And anyway, you could take, and I suggest you put it in another bowl, because that plastic, you're going to cut right through it. But I like to take one of our steak knives, because it's kind of rounded on the end, and just chop it all up, because it comes in big giant chunks as big as your thumb or bigger, and it's for real. Anyway, chop it all up, and we just grabbed some club crackers and just sort of enjoy. And so a lot of stuff like that there. It may seem kind of expensive, but we get, how many lunches? 4 or 5 lunches?
At least 3.
At least 3. Well, it depends on how big of a pig I am. But we generally, I think we normally get at least 4. But we have gotten as many as 5 when Terry reminds me that I told her to not let me eat so much. You know, but anyway, I'm not above sneaking an extra spoonful or 2 either, but it is what it is. But if she gets caught, then I get yelled at, and that ain't good either. So anyway, I don't do that too often because I like her a lot better when she's not yelling at me. But anyway, then we started for $5-6. We get these darn sub sandwiches at Walmart, and they're good. They're really good, and they even come with mayonnaise and mustard little packs. And we take one of them, cut it in half, and then split that, and it's all we want. Well, we'll have a few chips and maybe a cookie or 2. And that's all the heck we need. I mean, we're full. And either some water, coffee, or pop. My drink of choice anymore is coffee. I know I should drink more water, but I always tell Terry that I'm afraid it'll rust my innards. And she just gives me one of her looks. But nevertheless, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And undo the fix the gate here. Make sure whenever you go anywhere and there's a gate, not only do you hook it, but you hook it where it's going to stay hooked. And yeah, that's the least you could do. And so anyhow, and if it says no trespassing, that doesn't mean for everybody else except for you. No, that's you too, unfortunately. You know, it's just the way it is. Sometimes it's, oh, you found another lizard? Things are faster than lightning. I didn't even see it, she did. It's over there somewhere. But anyway, a lot of times it's unfortunate, I guess, where it says no trespassing, because invariably that's where I want to go. Probably just because it says you can't, but nevertheless. So here we are back in the car, back here at the Little Bookcliffs Wild Horse Range, and they're undoubtedly out there somewhere. But this is going to be bad pictures, I'm sure. But anyway, that's a couple, 2 or 3 of them there. And here's some more. I'll run this across here real slow. And if you take screenshots of the video, sometimes I do that. Sometimes I got to go back over it numerous times to get the right screenshot, but you can capture any and all of this information by doing screenshots. So that's a little redneckish, but well, I guess I'm a little redneckish, but serves me pretty well so far. So there it is. And so we're going to cut this off for now, and hope you enjoyed the landscape and all. And like we said before, hopefully you like it. If you do like it, please push like. And if you think you want to see more, there's going to be a lot more now. We're starting to figure out our new phones. They're so different than our old ones, it's night and day. And so anyway, we promise we will get better. And I'll walk around the other side of the car here and let Terry say adios, sayonara, or something.
Bye guys, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
If you like us, hit the subscribe.
Yep. You got it right there. So anyway, God bless and have a great day. And we'll be back a little later. Bye.